All right, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Christ is freaking King. God bless you all. Jesus is Lord. And congratulations to everybody tuning in. The Bitcoin billionaire class is now shocked and awed the entire world, proving us to be the smartest people in the room, proven to be the lifetime trade of a lifetime, proving all of ourselves rich, proving us smarter than the mainstream media, smarter than Warren Buffett, smarter than the haters, smarter than the armchair critics and cynics, smarter than Charlie Munger, smarter than Peter Schiff, who's literally being flogged by Bitcoin freaking billionaires like myself earlier this morning, having to deal with the 100K freaking Bitcoin. And again, what makes me so happy about this in general is just how well my audience has done, how literally hundreds of thousands of students at bitcoinrich.com and Island Project Club, and of course, our now multi-billion-dollar real estate portfolio with no bank debt have dominated. You've gotten rich. You're getting rich as a result of the general who never gets tech wrong, never, ever, ever, ever has gotten tech wrong. It's the one area I'm very, very good at. Again, I was an early investor in Google. I actually sold the Dutch auction when I used to work on Wall Street at Merrill Lynch. I never get it wrong. And that's how I was able to identify that Bitcoin was the best investment in the world and a Trojan horse IQ test very, very early. And it turns out the crazy guy on the internet's actually a genius. Let it sink in, and your financial advisor's stupid. And the media lied to you and scammed you. And Warren Buffett and the pundits and the mainstream media and also your government lied to you. And they want you poor and broke. And I want you rich. I want you spiritually rich. I want you successful. I want you living your best life. I want you glorifying God. I want you to see and come to the truth that your whole life has been one giant scam and hoax sold by the too big to fail elites. And I think that that's even been my message with Bitcoin, that you were just hosed and bitch slapped by the deep state, that they hate your guts, that your government wants you poor and broke. And it's why they lied to you, and then they've lied to you about everything. And now all these cruddy people in the deep state and these crappy financial advisors that were stupid because they have low IQs and can't think for themselves can now suck on our exhaust pipes of our Lambos because they were proven flagrantly negligent, flagrantly stupid, and flagrantly wrong. And you must fire all these people from your life today and hire the smartest team in the world. All glory to God. I submit to him and in service to Jesus Christ. And again, the win here isn't necessarily the billions being crushed right now, or the luxury properties, or my $100,000 Rolex, or my new Bitcoin Mafia lime green, the General Greene Lamborghini that I just purchased for $300,000 with some, a little bit of my XRP and Bitcoin profits, not much. I mean, most is just riding. The biggest win is your win. And I want you to understand that that's why I do what I do. That's why I educate. That's why I spend sometimes 10 hours a day on the phone just helping people. That's why I mentor. That's why I created the #1 world-class educational program in the world. That's why I'm met with so much controversy. I'm a controversial internet character. When I launched bitcoinrich.com, it was controversial. Everybody said it was a scam. They said I was a scam. They said Bitcoin was a scam. And they have all been bitch slapped by me and my team and the smartest people in the room. Read it and weep. But the glory is not mine. It's yours and it's God's. Again, God creates imperfect vessels to help you. God creates imperfect systems and imperfect people to send you to the mountaintop. which is what we've done. Again, the opposition that we have faced in the last decade, promoting, educating, investing, telling, instructing like a broken clock, that Bitcoin's the #1 investment and key, most lucrative investment in the world. If you've invested in stocks, even if you're up 10x, that sucks in comparison to what I've advised. Not financial advice, because I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just rich and right about everything. Bitcoin, crypto, blockchain, the next 1000x, nuts, my diamond nut coin trading at 20 freaking million, soon to be, got a freaking 100 million, a freaking billion, my diamond nuts. And that's the point. And you should be triggered. And this is one giant shock and awe by the deep state. You know, I'll get into practical advice because I'm about practical advice. Obviously, let me go ahead and share this because I am live streaming and it kind of started without me wanting it to. So let me share this on X. I'm going to tell you exactly where it goes from here. I mean, again, have I not been vindicated? Have I not been validated? Are you not the smartest people in the room? You obviously are. If you've been listening to me, you're tuned in, you are at my schools, you are stinking rich. You are disgustingly rich right now. You have made it. I've 1000x y'all if you've taken my advice, if you're in my programs, if you're in my schools, if you are taking the actual practice and putting it into action. Because your financial advisor sucks balls. He's stupid and an idiot. And that's why he was listening to his government officials and Jamie Dimon and Charlie Munger. And remember, Jamie Dimon said it was tulip mania. Well, we're rich now, Jamie Dimon. How about them apples? Warren Buffett called it a scam. You've been proven to be a stooge. You've been proven to be an oracle of bailouts, idiot. And the proof is in the pudding. But I'm going to tell you where it's all going. Because again, the American people were scammed. And the worst scam doggery in world history. All of it's a scam. 2020 was a scam. The whole thing was a scam. You've been scammed. And this is what I've been telling you. Do not comply. Don't listen to these people. Listen to the general. Do what I say, and you will be successful and you will get rich. By the way, this is ending. IslandProject.com is closing. It's your last chance to hit tiers. It's your last chance to come in with 150K, 250K, 500, 1,000 units. Papa John is about to freaking close on 2 more properties. All cash, no bank debt. We now own the most luxurious, exclusive resorts worldwide along with my members. I'm making you disgustingly, stinking, freaking wealthy and rich. Not just in the material sense, but spiritually. We own the best properties in the world. We've been proven right. Bitcoin's at 100 freaking K. And it's going much higher, as my nuts will also explode higher this year and the next. And expect to be triggered. Expect to feel the shock and awe and the wrath of Bitcoin circumventing 99.9% of the population that's supposedly smart. You know, we all know them. We all got friends like it with their multiple MBAs telling me for years that they thought Bitcoin was a scam and they just didn't quite understand it with all their fancy educations and all their debt, right? And all their MBAs and all their MITing and all their Yales and all their Harvarding. Turns out they're stupid. Turns out they couldn't figure it out. Turns out they don't have high IQ. Turns out they're not intelligent at all. And God bless you all. I know I'm being a little harsh. But again, they want you poor and broke. I want you freaking diamond nut rich. So listen to what I say and heed the advice and recommendations of General Greene. To God be the glory. Jesus Christ is King. Dear God, I want to thank you so much for providing the instincts and the intellect and the value to my students over the last, and all of our members, islandproject.com, for the last 10 years. I want to thank you for giving me the courage and the strength and for guiding my own ship. I know it came through you, not myself. And I want to thank you for making my hundreds of thousands of members at all my schools, bitcoinrich.com, Island Project Club, and now our #1 real estate investment in the world, Island Project, the digital Noah's Ark, very, very rich. I want to thank you for using me as an imperfect vessel to help people in a time of need when the government is destroying their lives, destroying their children, sending them to World War III and really the depths of darkness and end times and hell. I want to thank you for giving me the discernment to know that 2020 was a scam, and for standing, along with all my members, our ground and not complying no matter what. I want to thank you for giving us courage that we don't kneel for anyone but you, Jesus Christ. And it's not us, but you, because you have ultimate governance, superiority, and domination, and dominion over our lives and sovereignty, and we lean and kneel only for you, Jesus Christ. And through you and your power, you have glorified. And I want to thank you for building up my audience over the last 10 years. Those that have listened, those that have seen, and those that have actually taken dramatic action are so much better off than the 99% currently being destroyed and absolutely massacred by the deep state. In Jesus Christ's name, amen. And that's why I've done what I've done. That's why I've gotten your attention. That's why I'm a very controversial figure, because I knew that I had to speak to the masses to get your attention so that you understood and that you could see what I could see. So let's get practical, take a victory lap. We've been proven correct again. We never get it wrong. We're always proven correct. To God be the glory. We're always early, and we're always the smartest people in the room. When you do business with Papa John, you're doing business with a billionaire. And I hope you understand that. When you do business with the general, you're with the smartest mind in the world. When you join our team, our members, you're in the best number 1000X program in world history. And a lot of you aren't even going to make it in because you listen to your government. You listen to your crappy, shitty financial advisor who told you Bitcoin was a scam. You've been conned by the deep state, locked in your house. Your businesses have been stolen from you, and now they're coming for you. In a massive police, totalitarian, surveillance state I've warned about here on alternative media television for going on nearly 20 years. And you're going to miss it. And as I shared with you even several days ago, I always told my dad this because I knew spiritually, instinctually, as he commanded me to build the digital Noah's Ark, that eventually people would panic in to Island Project in a good way. As the world collapsed, as the systems ended, as the westernized world disintegrated, and as more disruption ensued, and of course the US dollar collapsed to zero and bank runs commenced with asset seizures, emergency executive actions, World War III tyranny, that eventually people would panic into the digital Noah's Ark, what I had already time-tested and labored and worked my butt off along with my father and team for the last many years. Because people would be rocked in a shock and awe and a disgusting, flagrant admission of how powerful and big the blockchain revolution had become, that not only was it a good investment, and it's been the most lucrative in world history over the last 10 years, outperforming every major asset class, just like I said, but it would take over the entire planet and be the ubiquity of the entire global governance system and every political and monetary financial currency action of the new system. And again, the idiotic masses, once again, most of them missed it because they're not smart enough to figure it out. Like, look, most people are broke. They never invested in Google. I did. They never invested in Amazon. They thought algorithms were a scam. They told me that social media starlets like myself couldn't make any money. We are stupid rich now. You've been wrong. You've been proven materially wrong. Over and over, not you, my audience, but the people of the world have been proven wrong again and again and again and again and again. And that's my point. Honestly, it's not even about Bitcoin for me. It's not about the material wealth. It's been proving that point that you've been lied to. Wake up and see the truth. All these people hosed you. All these people screwed you and your family out of lifetime gains, generational legacy wealth opportunities, but it's still not too late. I hope for the love of God, after being vindicated and validated on every single material, economic, financial, investment level, that you'll finally listen to what the smartest person in the room is screaming down your freaking throat every single day. That the next biggest 1000x in the world is tokenized real estate with the digital Noah's Ark. It will be tokenized real world assets, because we never get it wrong. And I'm always decades ahead of the general dumbed down fluorided masses. And I'm being harsh. And I'm not giving the glory to myself. I'm giving it to God. I want you to understand that you have very limited time. The deep state New World system is now going to destroy the westernized world. They are going to take every inch of liberty and freedom, and they're coming for all of you. They are moving towards a draconian transhuman bodily integration that will be your worst nightmare of biblical prophecy and prophetic times of the mark. And so many of you are so way behind the curve. And you have no idea what's coming, and you're still being propagandized by your lying sack of crap mainstream media. You still trust your politicians like a freaking idiot. You're still taking Warren crap Buffett's advice, and he's making you poor and broke. And that's why he's selling all of his bankrupt of America stock, prepping for not just nuclear war, but bank runs in the United States. Well, I've been making you stinking and disgustingly rich. Bitcoin rich. Here with the general. Okay, let me get into some practical because I'm ranting. Because this is an exciting day. Let's get to the practical. So Bitcoin's quickly, as I predicted, I already told you this is going to happen. Remember I did the green Lambo video with my son Austin? You should have seen all the haters there too. Oh, Bitcoin isn't at 100K yet, Chris. Yeah, I know, but it's going to be. We've already seen the future. Right now we're like 103 Bitcoin. Here's what's going to happen though, practically. Now the dumbed down masses, the dumbed down sheep, we all know who they are, the normies. Okay, will now start panic buying into Bitcoin. You've seen nothing yet. CNBC is now going to green light the general dumbed down idiotic masses to pile into Bitcoin quickly, in my opinion, sending Bitcoin to about 125K, if not higher. You need to be taking profits readily, as I've been recommending, on the way up. The idiotic, dumbed down sheep masses always get in late and get massacred by the dirty, deep state, Wall Street criminal hedge funds. And they will be slaughtered by these same people very soon. Be taking profits on the way up. I told you to take 25% when we were just under 100K. As you see Bitcoin pop to near 125K, take another 25% and invest here and hit tiers. I told you to take profits 25% in XRP on the big parabola. It's been proven to be 100% excellent, amazing, disgustingly profitable advice. And you need to be taking profits and start taking profits because the global elites are going to collapse our entire system next, and the greatest bank-run economic financial collapse, World War III reset crap show that you've ever seen in your entire life. Because again, this was always a Trojan horse to lead us into the new system. And Bitcoin is freedom money. You must understand that. It is legitimate, sovereign, freedom capital of which you have control over outside of the systems, which I've always been most interested in, not just from the fact that I've gotten amazingly rich, but just that I liked the freedom component. Because you got to keep in mind, I did the internet for free for like 10 years. I never even tried to make any money. I just came on camera since 2008-09 and bitched about the deep state 24/7 because that was just my heart, and I just showed you who I was as a human being, and I wasn't even trying to get rich. I came across Bitcoin 10 years ago and realized that it was the freedom opportunity, that sovereignty came through it. And that's why I first started investing and promoting it, because I knew that the deep state was going to lock you in your house like a rat in 2020. I knew what these terrible, evil, satanic pricks were going to do to all y'all. And so I gravitated towards Bitcoin for freedom, not just the monetary wealth creation. which obviously we've gotten extraordinarily, disgustingly rich. I mean, none of our real estate even has any bank debt, for crying out loud. We own it scot-free. Think about that. No one's done that. Even the big boys you're following online right now, they have 99% debt loads. We have no freaking debt. We're so disgustingly rich in Maui and Hawaii and Park City and Thailand. We don't even have any debt. Let it sink in for a minute. So to God be the glory. But that's the next directional shift. Let's see what the CNBC idiots are saying right now. I'm sure they're going to try to get all the stupid masses in now. It says like again, no one wanted to buy Bitcoin, not a lot of you, when I was telling you to get into it under 1,000. Now you'll have the idiotic stooges piling in like their life depends on it at 100K. Well, we're going to be there to profit. My members will get more materially rich. And we've already pivoted, profited, and we're moving to the 1000X in tokenized real estate, the next biggest thing in the world. That will be bigger than Bitcoin. Let it sink in. The general's never wrong. Turns out the crazy guy on the internet's a genius and the smartest person in the room, along with you all. Deal with it. Read it and weep. Get hammered by Bitcoin continuously. Have it force-fed down your throat and pumped by the mainstream media, now on a daily basis. Understand you were duped by the deep state, just like I told you all. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Turns out the general was right again. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Check it out. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Bitcoin, 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 Bitcoin. Jerome Powell has comments on the Bitcoin 100K. The road to 100,000. Bitcoin. Top story, CNBC.com. All of a sudden, your shitty financial advisor is going to start recommending it to you now. It's too late. Fire your shitty financial advisor now. Fire his ass. And hire the general, the smartest person in the room. Call my dad at 808-442-2934 and on board like your life depends on it. And islandproject.com. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just rich. And I've gotten everything right. See our terms and disclaimers. I would never want to be a shitty financial advisor who told you not to buy Bitcoin. What an idiot. Hang your head low today on December 5th, 2024. Hang your head low. Realize you're not smart. You couldn't figure it out. You weren't smart enough to understand the geopolitical moves of the deep state. You're not intelligent. You just got whooped at the poker table by the general. You just got destroyed by people like me. You were absolutely massacred by high-level brain function and activity and spiritual power and force through the name of Jesus Christ. Deal with it. Own your mistakes. And I've got a recommendation for your shitty financial advisor. Repent and join us. I'll still help you. I will forgive you. I will forgive your stupidity. Come on board now. I'll help you. I'll coach you. Most importantly, I'll bring you to Jesus Christ, because it takes a crazy, imperfect vessel to do that. Not enough Christians are fighting back. They're very weak, and they're being compliant, and they're doing what they're told, and they're living in fear like an ostrich with their head in the sand, and all they're doing is playing defense, but doing nothing else. Good luck to you. You will suffer during the end times. Jesus Christ is in need of warriors like the general. He is in need of diamond nutters and ballers. And by the way, congratulations. Nutcoin is about to be sent to new all-time highs on this massive Bitcoin Ethereum pump. That's Ethereum swap contract ending in 5.2cc, and my nuts are set to explode higher to new all-time records. So God bless you. Let me take a look here. What are we trading at right now? I think we're trading at great buying opportunity. Great buying opportunity. We're doing about 3 million in volume. Make sure you get in. We're just about to close out on the 5K wallet hodlers. So make sure you get in there. I mean, you'd hate to miss that again, right? I mean, I give you something early and you're going to freaking miss it again. Like, I want you to think about that for a minute. Don't miss it again. See what's going on in the world. Again, Ukraine has lost. The United States lost the war in Ukraine. Trust the plan. It's what the U.S. government wanted. They're just bankrupting and rip-rolling all of your children and sending them into poverty. Universal basic income will be rolled out soon. The Bitcoin billionaire class is now in charge. We are now the new political economic hegemony, and we own the United States of America, along with Peter Thiel, Elon Musk, and Donald Trump. Deal with it. This is the Trump pump, and he just pumped all over all y'all faces. Donald Trump, by the way, is all in crypto. His companies are moving full steam ahead and full blown into creating the #1 Bitcoin nation state in the world, the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. Donald Trump is now the Bitcoin crypto king. Not only is he draining the deep state and filling the graves, okay, he's going to pump crypto in our Bitcoin like he already has to new all-time records. MAGA. And a big salute to John Trump, the crypto mafia, the crypto king, the crypto Trump pump in the Americans' faces. As we said at Bitcoin 100K. So again, what's going to happen next? Be taking profits. Take profits now. Do it today. 25% off Bitcoin and get in here. You should have taken profits in XRP several days ago when I recommended it. I do think that the mainstream media now will pump. They will now con the American people into getting into Bitcoin at 100K. And as they pump it probably at about 125, 150K, they'll then unleash black swans, global bank runs, nuclear war, World War III, and financial lockdowns. And they'll massacre all the little people. They just will con into it right now. Because you already missed the biggest pump in world history of a lifetime. Again, I was throwing chairs in the pool at 3,500. I was throwing chairs in the pool at 16,000. I was swimming in the beautiful sea of the ocean at 66K, and I told you it was the bottom. And again, this is how you always know you're right. The world is dumb and broke. And the more hate and cynicism you get, just like Jesus, the more you know you're centered on the truth. Most people didn't even like Jesus. He was very controversial. He had to speak in parables. He wasn't even welcomed in his own home. He had to show the masses miracles so that they would believe and walk on water. Otherwise, they wouldn't, because he had to get the people's attention. And that's what I've done. I know how to speak to the world, and I know how to show them what they need to see so that they'll take action and grow in all these amazing levels, spiritually, economically, financially, prophetically, familially, relationally, spiritually. Wow, I'm going to be doing some major updates at school. I've uncovered some massive opportunities as well, and some kind of resetting a little bit on the asset allocation front. Nutcoin still presents itself as the #1 low-hanging fruit opportunity, especially for you guys that have like $1,000. You're like, how am I going to go 1,000x? I can't get in with the 30K. Buy a little nut. Squeeze your nuts and grow a little diamond nuts, or squeeze your ovaries and get into the nut coin. You can do it today. It's a great opportunity right before we crush through the 5K wallet to count. And other than that, you should be taking profits in Bitcoin as we will send higher imminently. Again, the mainstream media, the big con job that they are, the deep state asset is now going to push every Tom, Dick, and Harry and grandma into crypto, and then they're going to hose them because that's what they do. Just like '08 and '09. They hosed your grandma. They hosed many of you tuning in. They're smarter than most people, and they're very powerful. And again, most people don't take action unless they're told by the official authorities. You know, they thought what I said wasn't the truth, and it turns out, again, I'm the smartest person in the world. Why is that? How did I know? I mean, honestly, it's always been obvious to me, just like social media was super obvious. I remember when I got into that, everyone said that was a scam too. When I sold Google stock and even bought it myself, everyone told me it was a scam. That's how I knew. The more people say it's a scam, the more I know it's not. Many of you are missing the next biggest thing. Many of you probably feel like and did miss the Bitcoin revolution. And I'm telling you, don't miss this. Why would you miss the guaranteed 1000x when you've already missed everything else? We don't even have downside. Crypto can go up and down. This is a no bank debt asset, guys. When you buy it, you own real estate. You got title on the properties with no bank debt. You can use it and sun your freaking balls. You can come and shake Papa John in the general's hand and have a freaking Mai Tai. It's diversified. It's in the best locations in the world. Our neighbors are Jeff Bezos, Larry Ellison, Mark Zuckerberg, and the rest of them. These property values only go up. It's freaking Maui Boo, for crying out loud. Cash flows, capital gains, tokenized on a multi-billion-dollar blockchain equivalent IPO in the crypto space. What don't you understand? My nuts trade at $10 million. You don't think Island Project's going to trade at a billy? It'll trade at 100 billy, a trillion. And the biggest takeover and hijacking of the economic, financial, and real estate system you've ever witnessed in your entire life. I am the inventor of fractional real estate ownership. I invented tokenized real estate along with my team. We invented, along with you, alternative media television. I hold trademarks, patents on all the technology along with my members. We've been proven right time immemorial. What are you waiting for? To be hosed by the deep state, locked in your house, once again treated like a non-essential plebe piece of crap? Have your businesses stolen, fear-mongered by the mainstream media? Lied to by Warren Buffett? The list goes on and on. It goes on and on and on and on, and the American sheep don't act until they're instructed by their authorities. Well, the authorities are now telling you to get into Bitcoin, idiot. And they're all going to start pushing you in, and I'm telling you, we're actually kind of entering the maverick danger zone. You need to be taking profits, is what I'm saying. How about them again? The general's controversial again. Again, we get to my predictions. And I'm telling you the opposite of what the world's saying. I'm saying get a little defensive. I'm telling you to take profits in your Bitcoin and XRP and deploy it into a real asset. I already know what's coming next. I already know how the elites work. They're my neighbors. I'm at the same cocktail parties. My intelligence is a very high level. Extraordinary truth. Many would argue I'm a savant. A creative Mashugana savant. Now, I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know. That's just what people have told me. I'm wild. Again, I'm a loose cannon. That's why I bought Bitcoin. And I'm rich. And most people aren't. Crazy is good. Elon Musk is crazy. Donald Trump is crazy. Get a little crazy. And that's how you'll make diamond nut money this year in 24 and 25. Bitcoin rich. Bitcoin rich. There's going to be a 1929 stock market collapse soon. Bank runs. Your accounts will be frozen. Move your money from crypto exchanges today. Make sure you have private wallets. Sovereignty, the deep state's coming for your ass. Listen to what I'm saying. You should be taking profits in a privately controlled and secured asset with no bank debt, like your life depends on it, because it does. You will watch the digital Noah's Ark not only trade at billions in the coming year, but continue to acquire dozens of international properties and flagships with no bank debt in 24 and 25. You will witness the greatest transfer of wealth in world history. Americans will be sent into poverty in a feudal system of economic, financial, totalitarian, police state surveillance control. They're not done with what they did in 2020. That's just begun. Physical lockdowns will now turn into financial lockdowns, and a massive collapse as soon as I believe Donald Trump is inaugurated into the fake White House. Pandemonium and panic and fear and shock will hit the American people like they've never seen before. And it'll be worse than 2008 and 09, and you will be massacred. If you listen to the deep state, don't take my advice. Listen to CNBC and still listen to your shitty financial advisor. I'm going to be crass and use the harsh words today because many of you need to have your attention centered. You need to be re-centered and refocused on the truth. I love you all. I'll do more update videos from the Lambo later today. And God bless you all. Again, the greatest victory is yours. The greatest victory is that our hundreds of thousands of students that took my advice and entered our schools, Bitcoin Rich and the club and our amazing project are getting rich. That's the biggest victory. The biggest thing I've ever done. It's not my own portfolio net worth. It's the fact that I've empowered all of you tuning in to do something amazing and special and to build yourself up so you could fight the criminal, satanic, devil-worshiping deep state. That is my legacy, and that is my and your victory. And I am General Greene leading the charge of the digital Noah's Ark. And it is an honor. And I lead for the glory of Jesus Christ, our and your King. God bless America. God bless the Island Project, and God bless your 1000x victory today. Grab a little diamond nut and get in. And understand that I've revealed the sequential, iconic, legendary truth for nearly 20 years. And we have been vindicated and validated on every single level humanly possible and imaginable. Prepare for Learjets. Ladies and gentlemen, the Billionaire Bitcoin class is in charge now. We own this place. We're in charge of America. And Jesus Christ is calling us in the rapture soon. And his imminent return, of which all the criminal piece of crap psychopaths will kneel and be burnt alive in a ball of fire. Praise God. Evil will be sent to the pits of hell, and the general, his team and crew and members will sit eternally in the kingdom of Christ. What a glorious day. What a victory for our King. What a witnessing of an incredible miracle for all of you tuning in that bet on yourself over the last 20 years along with me and turned your cheek to the world and turned your hat to the cynics, critics, and armchair fools, and took no advice of the deep state, and never complied, and never kneeled for no one, and got in people's faces when they got in ours. Just like my teeth cleaning. I don't get any x-rays. I've been in about 3 dentist offices, and I've gotten in full-blown argumentative confrontations with all of them until I found a wonderful Iranian woman who would clean my teeth without the toxic cancerous x-rays. And I haven't had a cavity in over a decade. Because again, I do not comply. Nor should you. Your compliance will make you broke. Your compliance will make you poor and ill. Your non-compliance will make you rich. In Bitcoin, crypto, the Island Project, and it'll make you, more importantly, spiritually wealthy. Because God wasn't of the world. Jesus Christ was not of the world. And nor are we. And nor are you tuning in. God bless. Jesus Christ is King. I'm pumped up. It's a very passionate video. I think many of you have followed me for long enough. You understand my true heart and my true nature. Today has been the biggest victory and the greatest lifetime trade of our lifetime. And we have just absolutely conquered and destroyed all opposition, and the equivalent of the All-American, as I was an All-American in sports, an All-American trophy #1 winner, MVP, World Series, crushing it on a victorious day of December 5th, of which Bitcoin, and my largest and biggest and most controversial prediction for going over a decade, has now been vindicated on the world international stage. And I've made hundreds of thousands and countless individuals around the world, both at my schools and publicly for free, materially rich during the greatest economic, financial darkness, disaster, rise of the deep state, end times, and World War III, and soon to be bank runs that you've ever witnessed in world history. And it's why I've convicted this work with such passion and such fierceness and conviction for going on a very long time. It is an absolute honor. God bless you all. Take profits. Bitcoin will soon be sent, I think, to about 125K. Take profits. Call my dad and just thank him too. Thank you. Say thank you, Papa John, for helping us. Thank you, Papa John, for being great. Thank you, Papa John, for allowing us to hit tiers. You do too much. We do too much, to be honest. But you know what? It says in the Bible we're supposed to give and not expect anything in return. And that's what we've done. We've just given and given and given. And you know what? I feel great about that. Because it's never been about the money. Making money is easy. Getting rich is simple. That's always been easy and simple. Just most people don't know the secrets. But living a life well fulfilled, one with spirit and energy and passion and conviction and glory of Christ and our King, that's actually hard. Finding truth and sleeping well at night, understanding that you've been the best spiritual being that you can be, that you've given back in a way that's changed the world like a lightning rod, that your legacy is even bigger than yourself because it's the legacy of God. And bringing people and onboarding them to incredible opportunities like Island Project and our brand new $6 million Park City Booyah Lodge and our tier system all the way up to Diamond Nuts is the victory. The Digital Noah's Ark's doors will close soon. The 30K minimum is being raised imminently. It is your last chance to become a founder and get in and hit the tiers and to become a part of our no bank debt, no downside, ultimate victory, multi-billion-dollar asset that will only go up and will only be tokenized 1,000x, and even minimum at 30x will make you a millionaire on a minimum 30K investment, which is soon going away. Most of my investors now are all on tiers, to be honest. They're all at 150 or up, 250, 500. I've had many people on board to the 1,000 units because they're all rich now. I mean, they've made so much money based on my advice. Why wouldn't they be at the 1,000x tier? Of course they are. We've made billions. Get in. Nut. Adam, I love you. Shout out to my brother Cody. I can feel you in this moment. Thank you for your help in the kingdom, brother. Thank you. I love you. And I love you all. This is just the beginning of our greatest victory. This is just the beginning of the launch of the Digital Noah's Ark. This is just the beginning of our takeover of fractional tokenized real estate worldwide. This is just the beginning of our multi-channel, multi-flagship launch worldwide. An interconnected private jet, yacht, helicopter traversing ecosystem outside of the system run by Christian billionaires that love Jesus and are at full-blown diamond nut war with the evil empire, the deep, dark state, and BlackRock, and are absolutely destroying them. Because we got the power of God, and we are David. I mean, maybe we're just a pebble. But as you remembered, the pebble took down Goliath. And the crazy guy on the internet has been validated and proven correct once again. All glory to Jesus Christ. Are you in? That's islandproject.com. That's islandproject.com. Click the link below, fill out a 5-minute app. You can fund immediately if you're coming in with crypto. Talk to Papa John at 808-442-2934. That's 808-442-2934. You can also fund immediately with ACH or wire transfer. See our terms and disclaimers. We will never contact you on WhatsApp, DM, or friend request you on Facebook. You can only call us direct at 808-442-2934. You can always request a FaceTime, but we are very busy, so I would just expect immediately fund at islandproject.com and fill out that 5-minute questionnaire to see if you qualify. Get in today and take profits because Bitcoin's about to hit 125K. And the world events that I've described are now imminent. Links below and up here.